Alright, so here's how to carry 20-foot lengths of steel from the steel yard without them bending over your vehicle. So this is 4 supports. This is about 4 to 5 feet. If these were the only things long lengths of steel, they just bend right over the front. So I was really happy how this turned out. This was really important to attach somehow to the front of the vehicle. Most vehicles don't have something, big solid frame components near the front. So I'm going to show you that in a second. But basically, this bar right here or just these tabs are the only thing that have to, kind of live on the vehicle that you wouldn't want to take off. This whole thing connected is the T up to the goalpost, around 4 feet wide, gusseted here and here. These washers are critical from keeping this kind of lightweight tubing from just sandwiching. So again, another goalpost. This is kind of the easier thing to figure out. You can actually buy something like this, but basically I drilled the hole. I just made sure that this hole was perfectly aligned. So there's that hole. And then just a big gusset all the way up. So on these welds, I really don't like doing these face welds, so I just did a small bead just to get it attached, and then put 2 beads on both sides, and then all the fillet welds are just 1 pass. My wire welder is just the 115 volt, so I'm happy when I can at least get the welds to set flat. They're always a little bit bumpy, so they're always just a little bit cold. Yeah, pretty handy. So so this can take a lot of weight. But over here, what this cannot take is bending. I can't, when nothing is strapped on here, if I torque this outward, it'll just bend this 1/4 inch plate. But once it's rigid, basically all the force is downward. And I tested both of these joints for body weight. I'm pretty confident that as long as once it's attached in 4 places, it's really solid. It's not moving back and forth at all. I got 1/4 inch by. And the prices, man, you need to find a steel yard, because let's see, this tubing costs like $40 because it's pretty thick. It's 1/8 inch wall tubing, and then so this is 1/4 inch, so it's only half the metal, but it's only $16. 1/4 inch by 2 inch, flat piece of bar stock, run 20 feet long, $16. So basically, pretty inexpensive. Steel prices, depending on what you're buying, tubing's more expensive because they have to kind of wrap it compared to just extruding steel plate or flat bar. Price per pound can vary anywhere from $1.50. $2 would be the max, but $1.50 down to if you're getting 3/4 inch, 1 inch steel plate, 4x8, they're just pouring all that steel in there. It'll weigh 1,000 pounds, but it'll only cost you 75 cents a pound. Alright, so I'm going to show you these brackets here. I-beam. So I got all this I-beam for my art projects. I'm always ended up with pieces like this. They come in very handy. Instead of welding 2 pieces of plate together to have a vertical corner, I can use the I-beam and just cut it up. So this is essentially what's connecting the bumper. This was the template for this side. I guess just a duplicate. Oh no, this hole, I drilled that hole wrong, so I had to make another one. Bigger clear out, for the radiator hose. This is the frame for that bumper. This is the bolt. Goes through a hole that was already there, so that's sweet. And then this is the I-beam. Instead of welding on that tab, all I had to do is just cut out a piece of I-beam, which for me, that was easier, because I'm pretty used to making these cuts. And then I just extended it out just enough to where I could get all the hardware up and underneath there. So that's that. And that's kind of how it lives. And yeah, it doesn't looks industrial, so that's always cool. All right.